Hello and welcome to the Big Ideas Show. I am Batchelor and I'm joined today by Stuart Tanton from the Kent Foundation. Hello.
Good evening, Leah.
Thank you for joining us tonight. So you're from the Kent Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about what the Kent Foundation does?
The Kent Foundation is a charity which supports young people in business. We have volunteers, specialists who come along and support and enable growth in those businesses.
Brilliant. And we're going to be talking today, aren't we, about specifically this idea of asking for support, particularly for those with an entrepreneurial mindset in young people. So we're going to chat about that after these titles. Big Ideas Show. This is the show all about, well, big ideas really, and ideas specifically that have enabled people and projects to come to light and to do bigger things really than I think we may consider in everyday situations. So I'm really looking forward to this discussion. We're going to be talking more, aren't we, about asking for support, which I think is a big thing that a lot of us can really struggle with doing. But before we get started, I just want to say a big thank you to our venue, who is the Grand here in Folkestone, and also to our sponsors, the Glass Whitewolf Company, and of course to our contributors and to our crew, without whom it wouldn't be possible. So Stuart, you're joining me today to continue our discussion on opportunities and support for young people, because the Kent Foundation, you support young people into business, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you're a charity, and as far as I understand, it's a lot about mentoring, isn't it, and supporting people who have that desire and that drive, but maybe have some kind of obstacle that's stopping them taking the next step. But I want to focus specifically on a particular idea that I guess maybe from the discussions we've had kind of running up to this is the thing that maybe blocks young people from coming forward and getting that support, which is kind of ironically, you know, the entrepreneurial mindset is to want to do everything yourself. But a lot of the time in business, it's about asking for help and getting support when we need it.
Absolutely.
So can you tell me a little bit about, I want to start with your story, but to hear about where this idea of asking for support or learning to ask for support has become an important idea for you.
I see myself as an entrepreneur, and very often it's very difficult to go out and ask. And you want to stay in, maintain that control that you have over what you're trying to create. When the Kent Foundation started delivering direct support, it was very much of giving money out, it was giving loans out, it was very much trying to stimulate economic growth by giving it money. But it was very quick, it very soon realised that actually that wasn't the answer to it all. It was actually the fact that a business was sustained by having the right people alongside it, that a business is succeeded by the business owners, the people who founded those business, getting the support around them. And that's where our mentoring service came out of. We have an observatory function at our charity. We see our responsibility to do research on a regular basis to make sure that our services are relevant. And one of those was around this support mechanism. What type of support does someone want who is quite single-minded, quite focused on what they want to achieve, wants to change the world, wants to sort of do things in a different way. So we embarked on that process. It was about 7 or 8 years ago now. And what I can say is that quite quickly into that part of our new service, we could start measuring the success rate, and the best way to tell someone in business who is quite single-minded on what they want to achieve, how to convince them that support is an essential part is actually by demonstrating it in the fact that these businesses have sought the support, have lasted or succeeded, compared to those that just try to do it on their own.
So what is it you think that makes people, is it the mindset, or is it the type of person that makes them so focused? Because that's a really positive thing, isn't it? Right, they want to change the world, they want to make a difference, do something, contribute. but why do they find it so hard to let other people help them?
Yeah. I think there's a vulnerability in it.
Yeah.
And I think with a lot of startups, with a lot of new businesses, not everything's in place. Not everything is as it should be at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, work is work. There's things always to do. There's always a challenge. But when you're starting, you want the perception. You want people to sort of think that it is what you're never going to sell something if there's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Giving someone that safe opportunity to allow people in,
Okay, yeah.
I believe really starts building on that, building on people's sort of understanding of what getting people on side is all about.
Yeah.
Our mentoring, our mentors are not there to tell those young people in business what to do.
Yeah.
They're not there to give them their opinion necessarily. Okay, it's about developing the person. It's about having people around you to be able to help you grow, help you understand, deal with the situations that you face.
Yeah.
You know, yes, by yourself, but having someone there to perhaps give you some sort of guidance, an ear to listen to.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess those are the sort of skills that might sound to people kind of a bit softer than the practical stuff.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you can't develop those skills to not necessarily know the specific person to ask, but being able to show that vulnerability, you're never going to be able to get those things that take you to the next level, right? No,
and I think we talk about these soft skills, and we run workshops around enterprise and entrepreneurship. And when we used to deliver them in schools, for example, they were often packaged up as the soft skills.
Yeah.
They're the glue that hold all of those hard skills together. You know, they're actually the things that are embedded in everything that we do, and actually so critical to the point that, you know, if you haven't got those right, the other bits aren't going to happen. You can, you know, you can be a great photographer, but if you can't sell your services.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I guess it doesn't matter how much of the other maybe more practical skills you offer them, they can't apply it and implement it if they don't have the other bits.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is really interesting stuff. We're going to be chatting a little bit more, but we're going to take a quick break. So we'll see you in a bit after these titles. Welcome back. Stuart Tanton from the Kent Foundation is my guest for tonight. And we were talking, weren't we, about this importance of giving young entrepreneurs the soft skills of being able to ask for support and ask for help. But I want to ask you now a little bit more, kind of, I guess, what's brought you to this situation? Why is it that you're so passionate about helping young people, and particularly the softer skills that are vital but we don't always realise? Well, yeah, what is it about this for you?
I think I'm one of the few who've thoroughly enjoyed the 30 years that I've been in work. Yeah. I've had great jobs. I've really enjoyed what I've done. When I left school, I was given an opportunity to really sort of develop myself, you know, to learn a trade, to learn a skill, but also to sort of grow. And within that, I learned an enormous amount of sort of business sort of skills. I come from a family where business was at the sort of heart of it. And in a couple of areas of my career, I've had the opportunity to go into schools, into colleges, and talk about what I do. Yeah. But what I very quickly learned was people don't know what they want to do. Yeah. People don't know, you know, and actually then that leads on to going into work that they're not particularly enjoying. Yeah. And there's a little bit of me just wants people to know that there are opportunities out there that people can enjoy. You know, work can be a pleasurable place. Definitely. And certainly as an entrepreneur and as someone who wants to sort of create that for myself a little bit, you know, there's no better. That's a great opportunity. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to do that. Yes, there's challenges. Yes, it's difficult at times. Yes, you don't know where the next paycheck's coming from. But to do something that you enjoy doing is, you know, and work can take up such a big part of your life. Definitely. Probably the majority. Yeah. And so why shouldn't people do it? So my involvement with the Kent Foundation very much came around about promoting and developing entrepreneurism and enterprise skills as such. It wasn't. It wasn't about the mentoring as such. Then it was more about developing the skills.
Yeah, and that enthusiasm for people getting out and doing something they love.
Doing something for them.
Definitely agree.
But then the opportunity came for me to lead this organisation and to take it forward.
Yeah.
And I seized it with both hands. I mean, that's the platform to be able to promote and support young entrepreneurs, young people who are going into business, to sort of actually make that a success.
Yeah.
There's ambition, but there's also the practical sort of skills behind it as well. And so what I hope is that I'm able to sort of bring those two things together within the Kent Foundation. Yeah. The soft skills and the harder skills.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not on my own. This is not. I'm leading. The Kent Foundation has over 100 volunteers that we work with, coming from all backgrounds: accountants, solicitors, tradesmen, women, professionals in their organisations who they want to give up their time and help. And we basically just facilitate that. Yeah. As someone who's interested in starting their business or already who has started their business, who recognises the fact that actually allowing someone in, maybe that there is something in this collaboration, in this, seeking support, that then we are able to match them up with one of our mentors and help them take their business forward.
Definitely. I guess it must be wonderful to see kind of the mentors and the young entrepreneurs come together. I guess hearing you talk about the kind of wanting people to love what they do, and I imagine a lot of your successful mentors who've been successful in business must have this pure energy and passion for what they do, and they now want to share it. So that must be a wonderful opportunity for you to be able to match them up. And
Absolutely. I mean, they come for very different reasons.
Yeah.
A lot of them have been very successful. And I've even heard some of them say they feel a bit guilty about the success that they've had.
Really? Well, that's a whole other topic of discussion, isn't it? Feeling guilty about being successful.
Yeah, absolutely. But they want to give something back.
Yeah.
And I think Kent is a great place. Kent Foundation is a unique charity that we're not aware of any other charity like it across the whole of the UK. But we're, tapping into the great business sort of community that is there, and being able to encourage and grow the next business leaders through is a very exciting place to be.
Definitely.
We're often sort of questioned over how, what's a charity? Well, business is the backbone of society. We hear often about jobs, the opportunities for jobs, people struggling to sort of create jobs, and it has an impact in their own personal lives if they're not successful in their jobs or able to get a job. Business is essential. So if we can grow the next generation of business leaders, it's going to create an economic stability there for the whole of the community.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what we want to, that's what we want to do at the Kent Foundation, and I think that's a very exciting place to be.
Absolutely.
And yes, the volunteers, the business mentors that we have contribute so much. And it's not about telling their mentees what they have to do. It's it's recognising that they might have been in the same place at some point. Yep. And it's actually that they've made those decisions perhaps and regretted some of those decisions. But we all have to find out, don't we? Yeah. There's no better learning from sometimes the mistakes we make.
Absolutely.
But equally celebrating the successes that they have as well.
Definitely. Well, I can definitely see that you said you've been lucky to enjoy your job, your work, and it sounds like you definitely do now. So if I guess there are people out there who are entrepreneurial, want to kind of go out there or want to start looking at loving their job, maybe starting something, or likewise if they're a potential, could be a potential mentor, how can people get in touch and what should they do?
If you're interested in supporting the Kent Foundation, go to our website. All of our contact details are on there, kentfoundation.org. If you're interested in starting business, growing your business, there's a couple of qualifying things. You have to be 30 or under. And you have to be based in Kent. We're very passionate about the Kent economy.
Definitely.
So the same, go on the website.
Yeah.
We equally have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
Look us out on any of those and we will respond. Myself and my two colleagues, Hannah and Rowan, we will be in touch and we will follow it through. We always meet people in person. We believe businesses, people doing business, people do business with people.
Yeah.
And we as an organisation are very much very proactive about that. We want to make sure that we understand the individuals behind. Not everyone in business, everyone's quite unique in their own ways, and we want to meet them where they are.
Yep.
So contact us.
Absolutely. So take that first step, ask for support, because who knows where it could go from there. Stuart, thank you so much indeed for chatting. It's been wonderful speaking to you, and good luck with the rest of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much to you out there for listening. Thank you to our wonderful audience who have been in attendance tonight here at the Grand in Folkestone. I also want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, the Glass Whiteboard Company, and also to our contributors. We have Hacks from Prisma Broadcast, from Aaron from 6-2, and Warren from Flourish. And of course, our wonderful crew behind the cameras here, we have Hannah, Maddie, and Gary. So big thank you to them. And also a final shout out to you guys out there listening. Maybe you have an idea, a project, or you're part of something doing good for the community, then please get in touch and we may well get you in this hot seat right here. And of course, if you want to support the Big Idea Show, help us get these big ideas, these great people and great projects out there more to the community, we'd also love to hear from you. So that's all from us for this episode, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.